Okay, this is the second part of solving two-step equations. Now, we're going to start by doing kind of a warm-up with some of the ones we did last week. Okay, so our warm-up for today, let's say I've got 2x plus 4 equals negative 16. We'll just do one. I just want to make sure we remember how to do two-step equations. Okay, so copy that example down. Okay, if I'm doing this type of a two-step equation, what do I need to do to solve this two-step equation? What's the first thing I look for or that I identify? What is directly what? Connected to the, Jose?
And it's just like an X, but I don't know the actual name.
Rhymes with schmariable? Variable. What is directly connected to this variable? 2. Or the 2x, right? So what do I do with that, Braden? What do I do with that?
You bring it down.
I put it in a box. Okay. And then I get rid of, what do I get rid of here? Sailor, what do I get rid of?
The things that are outside of the box.
And that's a plus 4. So how do I get rid of a plus 4?
Minus 4.
So I do minus 4, and if I do it here, I also have to do it here, right? Okay, those cancel each other out. Now, Braden, I bring it down, right? I have 2x equals a negative 16, and negative 4 would give me negative 20. And now I've turned this into a one-step equation, right, Peter? So what do I divide each side by here?
2.
2. Okay. And x is what's left here, and what's negative 20 divided by 2?
10. Negative 10.
Negative 10. Okay, you guys remember all of that, right?
Yes, sir.
Pretty easy stuff. Okay. Now, there's two types that you're going to see today. Okay, this is solving two-step equations. Part 2. Okay, we are still going to look for what is directly connected to the variable. We're still going to ask ourselves that question. Okay? So we're going to see on each one of these problems what is directly connected to the variable. Now sometimes everything that we did last week, all of the variables are being multiplied, like 2x or negative 5x or 7x. All of those implied multiplication, right? Now today you're going to see some that have division. Okay? So let's take a look. Does everybody have this written down? Let's take a look at the first type we're going to see. Okay? If I was to read this problem with operations, what does that say? Say it with me. K divided by 3 minus 7 equals negative 10. Okay. So first thing if I ask myself, the way that I figure out what's directly connected to that variable, I can say what's happening to that variable. What's happening to K?
It's being divided.
It's being divided by 3. So we're going to put whatever is happening to K, we're going to put that in that box. Okay, that's in my box. Okay, did you do it? Now, what is outside that box? A negative 7. How do I get rid of negative 7?
Positive 7.
And remember, equations are what?
Balance.
Balanced. So whatever I do to one side, in order to keep it balanced, I have to what? Do to the other. So if I add 7 here, and I add 7 here. By the way, I want to show you something. Here's something that I saw last week. Sometimes you guys are doing this, okay? That wouldn't cancel out a negative 7. That would make it a negative 14. Is that what you want to do? Okay, make sure you're basically doing the opposite of what you see there, okay? So I'm adding 7 here, and I'm adding 7 here. I want these to cancel, right? What's left over there? K over 3, right? Bring down my equal sign. If you owe me 10 and you have 7, do you still owe money?
Yes.
How much do you owe?
3.
You owe 3. Okay? Now, if you remember, when I get to this part, how do I undo division?
Multiplication.
Multiply. Okay, and I showed you two different ways to do this. The first, the easiest way, you know what, I'm going to rewrite this over here so I've got the same problem so you can see the two ways that we can do this. The easiest way is just to say, it's kind of like saying this is over a 1, and doing k times 1 is k, and negative 3 times positive 3 would be what? What's negative times a positive? What's negative times a positive?
Negative.
And what's 3 times 3?
Negative.
9.
9.
Oh, wait.
Okay? I can do it that way. Or I can say I need to get rid of, I need to divide by, if I'm dividing by 3, I'm going to multiply everything by 3. Those cancel. And negative 3 times 3 would give me what? Did I get the same answer either way? Yes, I did. Okay? All right? Do we kind of understand this first part?
Yes.
Okay? Question.
What, like, so for high school, you said we were gonna do, or like pre-algebra, you said we were gonna do like 8 step and like a whole bunch of all those type of equations.
Mm-hmm.
Which method would you recommend using?
Probably this one. Okay? All right. So let's try another one. Okay? Does everybody have that written down?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let's try this one. Okay? What should I do first? Chase. Original Chase. What should I do first?
Box the B2,
Box the b divided by 2. Good. What's outside that b divided by 2?
positive 10,
And how do I get rid of positive 10?
negative 10,
I subtract 10 from here and
from 3.
from there. And these do what?
Those cancel.
They cancel, so what's left?
You end up with negative 7 on the other side and the other side.
Okay, good. All right. Abby, what's one way I can do this one?
Can do the parentheses one.
Okay. So if I do parentheses, I'm dividing by 2, so the way to undo that is to what? Multiply everything by 2. Those cancel. And what is negative 7 times 2? Negative 14. Truthfully, I prefer this method. This is the way I do it all the time.
I think it's easier.
Okay, I do too.
I don't.
This one, I can put this over a 1. B times 1 is B. Negative 7 times 2 is negative 14. Okay? Yeah. Okay? All right. Do we kind of understand how we did that one? Okay, I'm going to write one up here. I want you guys to try it completely on your own. Okay? X divided by 3 plus 5 equals negative 7. Try that one. You want to use that desk? Or you can sit in here. It's up to you. Okay. We probably need a chair. So all you gotta do. All right. What goes in the box here? The x divided by 3, right? So I'm going to put this in the box. What's outside that box? Plus 5. How do I get rid of a plus 5? Minus 5 over here, minus 5 over here. Those cancel. I've got x divided by 3 equals what's, if I have negative 7 and a negative 5, what do I now have? Negative 12. Okay. Brooklyn, which method did you use? The what? The cross one, okay. So you did x times 1 is x, and negative 12 times positive 3 is what? Good. How many of you did this method? Okay, multiply each side by 3, and x equals negative 36. Okay, do we understand how we did that first part?
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. Now, this next part, it looks more complicated, but it's actually easier, okay, in my opinion. All right, so if I've got one that looks like this, okay, what's different about this one? I've got an actual operation happening to x, right? What's happening to x? Look at this. What's happening to x? We're subtracting 9, right? Right? Okay. So before we do the division of 2, we're going to put this in the box. Okay, put that in the box. Now, what's happening to my box? It's being what? It's being divided by 2. Okay? So, don't overthink this. How do I undo dividing by 2?
Division. Or
How do you undo division?
multiplication.
What's your question?
You said it's being divided by 2.
I don't know why I said divided by 2. I'm really sorry. It's Monday. We're divided by 4. Thank you, Brooklyn. Sorry. How do I undo divided by 4?
Multiply 4.
Okay. So I'm going to do this 2 ways. I have x minus 9 divided by 4 equals 2. Okay. And I have x minus 9 divided by 4 equals 2. I put this in my box. Okay. 2 different ways I can do this. I can do this cross thing where I do x minus 9 times 1 is x minus 9, and 2 times 4 is 8. Or I can do this way. Multiply both sides by 4. Those cancel, so I have x minus 9 equals what's 2 times 4. Either way you do it, what do I still have? What do I still have?
X.
I have turned this from a two-step into a what? A one-step equation. If I go this method, I have an x and I have a negative 9. Here I have an x and I have a negative 9. Either way, I need to get rid of that negative 9, right? Okay, how do I get rid of negative 9 or minus 9? I add 9 here and I... Now what do I have? 17 equals x. If I did it over here, I would add 9, and what do I have? X equals 17. Okay? Do you understand what we did on that one? That is not that difficult, is it? Let's try another one. Okay? Look at this one. Okay, what's going to be in my box here? What's going in the box? What's happening to a variable? Brooklyn. This is in my box, okay? I'm just going to do this method. So I'm multiplying everything times 7. Those cancel, so I have x plus 8 equals, what's 7 times 3? 21. Teeter, what do I do now? I have an x and a positive 8. What do I need to get rid of? How do I do that? If I subtract 8 from one side, I have to. So if I do minus 8 here and minus 8 here, what does x equal? What's 21 minus 8? 13. Okay? These are pretty easy now once you understand them, aren't they? Not difficult at all. Okay? Try this one. Try this one. Do that one on your own. Let's see if you get it right. Now, is it important that you show all the steps on these? It's very important. Okay, I really want to give you credit, but I will not give you credit if you just put answers. Okay, who has an answer? Okay. Jackson, what do I put in the box?
K minus 6.
You guys agree?
Yes.
Okay. And what's happening to k minus 6? It's being what? Lily, what's happening to it? It's being what? How do I undo divided by 7? Okay. So these cancel. I have k minus 6. What is 2 times 7? 14. What do I have over here, Abby? A k and a what? A what? A what?
Oh, a negative.
How do I get rid of a negative 6?
You add positive 6.
I add 6 here and I add 6 here. Those cancel. Talia, what is 14 plus 6?
20.
So k equals 20. How many of you got that correct? Okay. Everybody got it right? So we're good on this, right?